Power play. How did Germany's Sandra Bradley become one of the world's strongest women? Cult snack. What makes the hot dog Denmark's most beloved street food? And trendy Tirana. Why is the Albanian capital the up-and-coming tourist destination? All that and more on Euromax. For a long time, muscle power was a man's game, at least in so-called strongman competitions. Slowly but surely, women are breaking into the world of extreme strength sports, like Germany's Sandra Bradley. How she made it all the way to the legendary Highland Games in Scotland, you're about to find out.
She hoists stones, pulls pickups, and lifts many times her own body weight. Sandra Bradley is Germany's strongest woman, has won European titles, and has set world records. But her greatest strength was hardest won.
20 years ago, I was dissociated from my body. I was separated from myself, and now I'm 100% myself.
Strength training helped her out of the biggest crisis of her life. Will her physical and mental strength now bring her victory at her next competition in Scotland? Sandra lives in Nuremberg in southern Germany, where she trains almost daily. Her next goal is to take part in the Scottish Highland Games. She's focusing on training her torso and back muscles and improving her stability. But physical training isn't everything.
The most important thing is I will pick out competitions that push me outside of my comfort zone. Not just physically, but also mentally. And with every preparation for a competition, I want to learn something new and grow from it.
In her early teens, Sandra struggled with an eating disorder. Wanting to be as thin as possible, at times she weighed as little as 47 kilograms. But at 16, she discovered strength training and put on muscles and weight reaching 83 kilograms.
Training really helped me with my eating disorder because I found out that I really need to nourish my body to be able to put up a performance. And it really helped me to see that and to make it clear that I needed to fuel myself to be the best, most strongest version of myself.
After school, she became a police officer. Now she's a personal trainer and health coach, and she helps women free themselves from social expectations.
We are not really welcomed when we gain more muscles and when we look a little bit more muscular than society thinks of us. And this also really motivates me to inspire and also support the next generation to not only find their physical, most strongest self, but also to help them empower themselves in the rest of their lives.
Sandra has won the Germany's Strongest Woman title 4 times, Europe's Strongest Woman once, and been a World Championship finalist 5 times. She was also the world's first woman to lift the 154-kilogram Husafell stone in Iceland. Born in 1988, the athlete co-founded the Strong Woman Germany Club with 6 other women in late 2024. Her client Julia is one of the co-founders.
Our main goal is to build a community and big community in Germany for all women, focused on competitions, also on training camps, training seminars. So our claim is connect, support, inspire, and that is what we are standing for.
Studies confirm that sports can also improve well-being. Regular strength training reduces the risk of depression and anxiety. For Sandra, new records are now on the horizon at the Jan Todd Games, which form part of the Scottish Highland Games. On the morning of the competition, Sandra starts the day with a healthy breakfast in her accommodation, which she shares with her competitors. Her partner Lutz makes sure that the athlete eats right.
I do have to maintain a healthy diet. And I do have to watch that I eat enough protein, also carbs and fats, and a good distribution between everything. It's like a race car. You want to put good stuff in your race car so you have a good output.
After breakfast, she heads to the competition venue. Like all participants, Sandra first puts on the proper outfit. In Scotland, that also means a kilt. The patches reveal how many Highland competitions she has taken part in. Can she add to her achievements?
I compete with 2 other world champions, so it's definitely going to be a hard fight and very interesting to see how we all do throughout the day. But the goal definitely to win and do my best.
Thank you very much.
The disciplines include lifting, throwing, carrying, and pressing stones. While the men compete against dozens of others, only 3 women are taking part this time. Several others have had to withdraw because of injury.
Straight up, 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 up. And we're away.
For the last discipline, Sandra has to lift 4 stones in different ways.
Come on. Sunny. Yes, onto the back. Oh, Sunny's not hanging about here. She's going for it. She's off. This is the shoulder to the shoulder. On it goes.
Her competitors couldn't manage it, but Sandra's impressive strength brings her victory.
Oh my goodness. And there it was. Give her a break.
The awards will be presented personally by the event's namesake, American powerlifting legend Jan Todd.
I feel great. It was such an honor to win here, also with Jan Todd being present. So that was the most amazing thing, to win with her watching. So I feel very elated.
This win is much more than a trophy for Sandra. It's a milestone to achieving her goals.
Next to Vienna, the city of music. The Austrian capital has been voted the world's most livable city several times. But beyond the stunning architecture and the bustling streets, what's it like to call the city home? We asked a young Viennese student.
I'm Sebi. I'm a 16-year-old student and I live in Vienna. Hi, welcome to my flat. Let me show you around a bit. First, we got our nice living room with some windows, some older windows and some just, I wouldn't say classic, like typically Austrian furniture, but just like the way we like it. And then there's my room. It's a bit of a chaos, but I really like plants, I really like books, so it's basically like a reflection of my soul, you could say. Here's my lovely mom making me breakfast.
Hi, good morning.
And normally I would just eat some bread or with some cheese or some yogurt and drink some juice. I think that's the most unaesthetic bread I've ever made, but well.
Sebi usually starts his day at 6:30 a.m. Austrians aged 14 to 24 make up 11% of the population. Around 15% of them are living with their single mothers, like Sebi does. Now it's time to go to school. Sebi lives in Vienna's 8th district, Josefstadt, which is the smallest city district. It's quite close to the city center, but not touristy. The average rent in Vienna is €9.80 per square meter, pretty low compared to other European capitals. This district is an exception though.
Later, even though I would love to keep living here, if I'm gonna move out, it's probably quite unrealistic to stay here because the prices of the rent in this district in particular are very expensive.
In Austria, the average age people move out is age 25 and a half. Sebi isn't thinking about that yet though. He has one more year at his public school.
Okay, so this is the school that I've been going to since I'm 10 years old. And it's actually one of the oldest schools in Vienna, and it's the second oldest school for just higher education. It's a school for languages. I'm learning French, English, German and Latin. Okay, so it's currently 2 o'clock and now school's over, so let's go.
After school, Sebi usually grabs a quick snack from a nearby bakery.
So as far as I know, Marie Antoinette brought the Kipferl to France and they changed it into the croissant. So they altered it a bit, but it's basically our invention, you could say.
After finishing high school, Sebi wants to pursue higher education. Around 32% of Austrians go to university. That's below the EU average. For Sebi, it would mean studying at one of the oldest and largest universities in Europe.
So this is the University of Vienna, the main university. And after I finished school, I just want to take a gap year, maybe in France, to improve my French and to meet other people. And after that, I would like to study here. Maybe politics, maybe journalism, I'm not too sure now. But definitely here because it's a great opportunity to have a uni that great so close by.
Vienna has more than 100 museums, with millions of tourists visiting each year. The city's museum quarter is one of the world's largest for culture. For Sebi, the Kunsthistorisches Museum right beside the quarter is the perfect spot after school.
Especially after a stressed week, a stressed day, I really just come here because it's free for us, for students under the age of 19. So we can just sit down, relax, sometimes with a book, sometimes with some music, and just go around the museum, look at some pictures, look at some paintings, and just try to calm down. Because for me, that's my best way to relax, honestly.
It's almost evening, and Sebi is heading to his favorite cafe, a long-standing tradition in Vienna. The city's coffee house culture dates back to the 1600s, though until 1856, women were only allowed there as cashiers. Today, these historic cafes are open to all and even recognized by UNESCO as part of Austria's intangible cultural heritage.
Coffee house culture is a real huge thing in Austria, or specifically in Vienna. And even though there's so many cafes, I really like to go here just because I feel like home somehow. You can just sit here for hours talking with your friends, drinking your coffee and enjoying yourself. For many tourists, Vienna is just sausages, cafe houses and Sacher cake. For me, it's my birthplace and it's where I live. It's my home. And honestly, I can't imagine living anywhere else in a closer future.
Time now for a snack. We regularly serve up Europe's most iconic and delicious street food. But while everyone else just talks about food, we let the dishes speak for themselves. Meet today's street food star from Denmark.
Hi, it's me, the hot dog. But I'm not just any old hot dog. I'm the Danish dog. You know what it's like to be compared to someone else all the time? Well, I do. And most of the time, it's this guy, my big and famous American cousin. Huh.
It's not a hot dog.
No offense, cousin, but even the thought of comparing us gets John all riled up. Talking of which, you might want to skip this next bit.
It's steamed sausages and sauerkraut that tastes like from a can. No, mine is better. I have to say that.
John from Copenhagen. He's a little opinionated, you might say, but he does know how to make a dog taste good.
I like a little bit of everything. Homemade cucumber relish, pickled red onions, crispy onions, and fresh onions. We use red onions instead of normally they use the white onions. This is our homemade sauce remoulade, chili remoulade with our homemade chili. And this is chili ketchup. This is our homemade mustard.
As for me, I'm always fresh, made to order, and ready in just a few seconds. And yeah, oftentimes I'm bright red, but it's not sunburn, I promise. A trademark, you might say, so everybody can see me. Not to say that I'm worried about that. Somehow, everyone loves me. And who can blame them? There are so many reasons to.
So many flavors. It's kind of sweet, it's very savory, it's kind of salty as well. There's a pickling going on. And the crunch from the onion is also really good.
It's the best sandwich you can get. It's easy.
It's not maybe exactly the taste, but the feeling in your mouth.
You have a few beers, a few wines, and you just get that in, and it's maybe 5-6 bites, and you're done.
Good to go.
Good to go.
Now, back to my friends on the grill. There's the classic, in bright red, or the Frankfurter. Then for the purists, the Fransk, nestled in a closed bun. Honorary mention, the Krelse, no sausage here, just toppings. But the whole family wouldn't be complete without this guy.
So this is the Danish chocolate milk. You always drink a chocolate milk with your hot dog. So it comes like when you eat a hot dog, you take 2 bites and you feel like, oh, it's gone. It's the same with this one. You take 1 sip and it's gone because it's just so good. It's the best chocolate milk in the world.
Denmark adopted me from Germany and the USA. Posevon, the hot dog stands where you'll find me, have been dotted around Copenhagen since 1921. After World War II, there were over 500 of them. Nowadays, there are far fewer here, but I've become popular with the rest of the country too. So popular, in fact, that the Danes nominated me as UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage. John is a real hero. He keeps the tradition alive, selling hundreds of us in a day, with mustard, remoulade, and a side of pride.
It is a Danish institution. Everybody in Denmark, when they're grown up, their dad took them to the hot dog stand. Here, get out red sausages, and everybody comes here, from high to low.
So, ready to bite into a piece of Danish culture? I'm not just a snack after all. I'm a national treasure. A taste of home to every Dane. What do you say?
Next, we head to one of Europe's trendiest capitals, Tirana, Albania. This buzzing Balkan city is seriously on the rise. From repurposed bunkers to the best views in town, we've got the hottest tips for your perfect visit.
Welcome to Tirana, the capital of Albania.
It's a city of contrasts between the communist past and modernity, concrete and green space, tradition and trendiness. Just a few years ago, it was considered an insider destination in the Balkans. Now it's one of Europe's top destinations.
I'm here to dive into Tirana's history, including some of its darker and hidden spots, and I want to find out why travelers love the city and what you should definitely do in just one day.
Albania is located in southeastern Europe on the Adriatic and Ionian coasts. Tirana in the center has about 400,000 residents. Tirana is best explored on foot. Most sites are in the center. My next destination is the new market Pazari Iri. Here you can buy typical souvenirs from traditional to quirky, like magnets featuring Albania's ex-dictator Enver Hoxha. Locals also shop here. I opt for a sweet souvenir, Albanian honey.
That's echt gut. That's really good. Sorry.
There are many cafes and restaurants around the market. I try an Albanian specialty, lakro burek, crispy phyllo pastry with various fillings.
I'm having the classic combo of spinach and cheese. That's the best Albanian street food.
It costs 80 lek, just under €1. I want to learn more about Albania's history. The country was under communist rule from 1947 to 1991, led by dictator Enver Hoxha until his death in 1985. I visit a museum in a former nuclear bunker on the outskirts of the city.
Enver Hoxha built lots and lots of these bunkers in communist times, and until today Albania is the country with the most bunkers in the world. This one has 106 rooms, so I'm curious to see it.
The entrance doors are made of 4 tons of reinforced concrete and designed to withstand heavy attacks. The complex was the underground headquarters of the Albanian General Staff during the Cold War. The museum leads visitors through original rooms, including Hoxha's, with historical exhibits and multimedia installations. Paranoid about attacks from both the West and Eastern Bloc, the dictator often sealed off Albania. The museum captures the era's oppressive atmosphere.
After the dark bunker, I need some fresh air and a change of scenery. The cable car station was just a 5-minute walk. Now let's see what kind of views we can get.
The Daiti Express takes you up to over 1,000 meters in 15 minutes. A return trip costs 1,500 lek, that's around €15. Time to check out modern Tirana. I join a guided tour.
Welcome to Tirana, guys. My name is Erin. I grew up here in the city, so let's say I'll be your local guide for today, where we cover some of the main attractions in Tirana, about the street art scene and the modern architecture.
Futuristic new buildings have been springing up in recent years. This striking one on Skanderbeg Square is inspired by the national hero Skanderbeg.
It's an abstract design that will have a few details that will make it look like a bust or like a head, where you might be able to see the nose popping out in front of the building. There's like 4 floors creating the shape of the nose, the ears on both sides, and also the chin.
Since the 2000s, street art is on the rise here. Erin shows us murals that often tell stories about social change and the city's residents. Now I head to Tirana's trendy district.
Now I'm in Bloku, that's the Albanian word for block. It used to be a neighborhood only for the regime's elite, but today anyone can go in, and it's one of the most vibrant parts of Tirana.
I saved a special highlight for sunset, the Pyramid of Tirana. It was built in 1988 as a museum for dictator Enver Hoxha. Today it's a hub for startups and creatives. The view reflects Tirana's blend of past and present.
I think Tirana is just the right size to visit in a day. I've shown you some of its highlights, from its rich history to the more modern parts. As always, there's so much more to see. What about you? Would you like to explore Tirana for yourself?
And now we meet ballet dancer Vivian Asal Kunavard. She's based in Berlin, but her roots lie in Iran, a country where dancing in public is illegal. Through her art, she wants to draw attention to the plight of Iranian women and give them a voice.
Vivian Asal Kunavard dances for freedom, not just her own, but for women and young girls in Iran who cannot express themselves openly.
Dance for me is a way of expression, like language. Instead of speaking with your mouth and your tongue, it would be like my body will express all the feelings, all the stories I have in my brain.
Vivian is a member of the Staatsballett Berlin, where she has found a home as a professional dancer. The company has over 80 members. Vivian was born and raised in Sweden, where her dance studies began. But her parents are from Iran. Dancing in public is generally forbidden there, especially among women. So what happens if you're caught?
What I know of is that people get, for example, arrested. Their Instagram will be shut down, confiscated, maybe their phones. There will be definitely trouble. The morality police would come after you.
But why is dance perceived so negatively there?
I guess it's because it's a way of expression. It's something different from speaking, and it involves with your body, and it's something that you need to cover in Iran.
In defiance of that ban from afar, Vivian choreographs her own pieces with a strong message: stop the oppression of women in Iran.
You can't silence her. I am her, and she is me.
Vivian has never been to Iran herself, but she's aware of the increased radicalization there.
I think it all started around the time of COVID. I had a lot of time to think and reflect. I was reading a lot online, and I think one specific thing that made me really emotional was just hearing about this honor killing about a father in Iran that killed his daughter because she was in love and she was ready to run away with her partner.
Has she received any feedback from Iranian women about her work or the message that she's trying to convey?
I have been in touch with some dance students in Iran, and also women that have escaped that have come here and they're dancing here, and I've been in touch with them and tried to help them when it comes to dance.
Considering that oppressive regimes often limit art and freedom, does she feel her work might sometimes be perceived as a threat in Iran?
I've never thought of it. I've never worried about it. I've just been really focused about, like, at this point I'm at a place where I can speak freely about it, and that's the only thing I think about, that I have that voice.
Vivian Kunavard's dance, and with it her voice, are becoming more powerful and hopefully helping women without a voice to be heard.
And on that inspiring note, we've come to the end of the show. But follow us on our social media channels for more fun stories from around Europe. Thanks for watching, and join us again next time.
This is